You're watching ChillyBoy Productions. I'm Larry ChillyBoy Chilson, and we are back for a new Game of Thrones reaction video. And as always, on these reactions, I am joined by my co-host Tyler. Hey, Tyler.
Hello, good to be back doing some more Game of Thrones. I know it's episode 9 usually nowadays. I feel like I'm ingrained in the series enough to kind of have some expectation since we are towards the end of season 5. Most of the time, the episode 9 has been pretty damn good. I mean, last episode I think probably was one of the best of the entire franchise so far that I've seen, the Hard Home episode. But episode 9's usually pretty good.
But this is actually, I believe, our first time doing an episode 9 as just no, I think maybe season 2. It was just the two of us too. I don't think we had anybody on in season 2, but
We tried.
usually we have a guest come on because for the big event episode, certainly. But we went through several people were scheduled to be on this.
Yeah, wasn't for a lack of trying, definitely.
But you know what? It'll be good. It'll be great. Just the two of us will be just fine on this episode. But as you see by the title, it is called Dance of Dragons. So clearly, I went a little bit Targaryen heavy on an episode with dragon in the title. So we'll have to see what that's about. But before we do, let's talk about episode 8, Hard Home. So, speaking of the dragon herself, we saw Daenerys have a conversation with Tyrion, and she kind of asks him his advice on what should I do with Jorah. I've already exiled him. He betrayed me, but he keeps coming back. And Tyrion's like, oh, well, he's very loyal, so don't kill him, but you also can't keep him on your team to go into Westeros. So back into exile, Jorah goes.
Poor guy. Poor Jorah. After everything he's done
and he's
to get back to
this
point.
He has not done yet.
No.
Because what does Jorah do? He goes right back to the slaver that had him fighting before and is like, hey, want to put me in the next ring? I technically won. I want to get back in front of my queen. And that guy's
do what you gotta do, I guess.
Sure. Why'd you come back here? I don't know, but okay, I guess.
Yeah, so. probably in that profession, there's not too many willing participants,
And then Daenerys has a conversation with Tyrion where they're both like, hey, we both had terrible fathers that died, bonding a little bit over that. And she kind of is feeling Tyrion and his advice is out, in which he's like, I mean, do we have to go to Westeros? You could just stay here. These people love you. She's adamant, though. She's like, no, that's my home. And I want to tear down the imperialistic system of Westeros as well, where the great houses rise to the throne. And no matter which great house, Targaryen, Lannister, Stark, Baratheon, the little people get crushed. So I'm not going to stop the will. I'm going to break it. Then we saw Qyburn for the first time in a while as he went to visit. He went to visit Cersei. She's going through it. She's drinking water off the floor. She's getting smacked with wooden spoons. But she's trying. She's trying to hold out that strong Cersei will.
So far, so good, I guess.
When Qyburn is basically like, girl, your only chance of getting out of here is confessing. I sorry, I've tried. I don't know how to get you up out of here, girl. So we'll see where that goes. Then Arya is out here selling all kinds of shellfish to the people of Bravos on her new little mission and gaining intel on this skinny, thin, slender man, and she is getting ready to go on her first actual assassin mission, it seems, when Jack and Hagar is kind of like, well, maybe we need to do something about him, right? So we'll see what Arya does there. Sansa is now on lockdown. She can't leave her room at all after the attempt to escape. And she's very angry with Reek, clearly.
Understandably, yeah.
She's like, I'll kill you myself if I had the chance, Reek, but I don't. So here we are. But in her interrogation of him, he does admit that he did not actually kill her brothers, that he couldn't find them, so he had to kill 2 farm boys and burn them up. So At least Sansa now knows that by the hand of Theon, her brothers didn't die, though it's been so many years that she's seen them.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been how many years now in story since they've been seen together. Roose.
And we also hear Roose Bolton kind of going over a game plan with Ramsay, basically being like, "Look, we know Stannis is on his way, but that snow is coming down hard. We have the walls of Winterfell. If they don't die on their way down here, they're not getting in. So, to be honest, let them come and we'll deal with them at our wall." But Ramsay, not having it. He's like, "Listen, no.
He wants that action.
I want bloodshed.
He wants the violence, as he usually does.
Good men, and I will go and kill them myself before they get here." So
a mess.
We'll see. We see Sam have a little talk with Ollie, as Ollie is very conflicted about what Jon is doing, going on this mission to gather wildlings and bring them down into the north proper. And Sam is just like, "Look, I've seen White Walkers. I've seen the Whites, Ollie, and we don't need all of the wildlings turning into those. We need them on our side." But I'm not sure. Seemed like maybe Sam got through a little bit, or it could just have been nothing. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's kind of up in the air, to be honest.
And then finally, the big battle at the end. Jon and Tormund arrived at the Hardhome little town where they tried to convince the wildlings to abandon this place and come on down behind the safety of the wall. Obviously, the wildlings are pretty hesitant at first, but thankfully we had Tormund there to convince them to come.
After he beat that guy to death, the dude with the skeleton parts all over him.
Like at least half of them say, "Okay, we'll come and go with you." But not before an attack ensues. The Whites and White Walkers are here, led by the Night King himself.
Probably my favorite part of the episode.
Yeah, and they descend upon Hardhome, start ripping the folks up. It turns into like zombie apocalypse in the
chaos
snow.
Instantly.
We see 1-1, the last of the giants get into action. He's stepping on folks and swinging with his fire stick.
Just walking into the ocean as they leave.
Yeah, but thankfully, Tormund and Ed are good. They're safe. Jon gets into a battle with one of the head White Walkers, and in his battle, though, his Valyrian steel sword of Longclaw proves to be able to withstand the weaponry of the White Walkers. So we did gain that information. But all before, as they're sailing away, the Night King just reveals himself to Jon Snow as he raises the army before his eye.
He's like, "I'm here, and now I have a bunch more men."
Yeah, this is what happens when you leave the dead beyond the wall. They come with me. This is obviously a pretty epic sequence to follow up. So let's see what an episode titled Dance of the Dragons has to offer.
Uh-oh. Even the horse. Why is the horse on fire? Oh.
A band of 20 men, maybe less. They were in and out before anyone spotted them. Our food stores to the ground, all our siege weapons destroyed.
How messed up you have to be to light a horse on fire?
Well, it was probably Ramsay himself.
Well, yeah.
Find out the truth and then hang them.
Oop.
And then hang them.
There's a fall. We can't press forward to Winterfell, and we don't have enough food to get us back to Castle Black.
This would be a good time to probably turn back.
Have the dead horses butchered for me.
They're already
Resourceful.
cooked.
Resourceful. They're dead. Let's eat them.
Stannis, you just lost more men. You just lost a ton of resources.
1-1. Whoop, whoop. So, what's stopping someone from pushing him off that ledge? Let's push him off.
Why are you taking so long to open this gate, Alistair?
That's what I mean. Push him off and let's get over with.
That's your Lord Commander, Alistair, not you.
Open the gates.
Okay, thank you.
Giving him the death glare when he walks by.
Oh no, well that's why that guy didn't push him off. Apparently he didn't want to open that gate neither.
A mess.
Look at all these Night's Watch, they are glaring. Oh, there's Chick.
Yeah, I mean, he is something that I would be
got him,
shook by if I
Chick.
saw.
Look at Samuel.
He's like, what you looking at?
Ooh. John
Man, this
smiled
is-
at Ollie, and Ollie death glare.
This is death glares all around in this place.
You have a good heart, Jon Snow. It'll get us all killed.
Flayed men on the pieces.
I didn't lend you a hand for your expertise in military matters. Ride for Castle Black. Don't come back empty-handed.
Your Grace, perhaps Queen Selyse and Princess Shireen could accompany me.
My family stays with me.
At least let me take Shireen.
My family stays with me.
Come on.
Davos, always the voice of reason.
He's trying, anyways.
Like, Stannis, what's the point?
Struggling.
What's this one now?
The Dance of Dragons. A true
Oh.
tale.
She said it.
Proper story. I made you something, Princess.
Oh,
Because you deserve it.
Oh,
My son was always on me. This is my own poor way of saying thank you
it's adorable.
for teaching me to be grown up.
Davos treating her way better than her dad does. Like, ridiculous. Oh yeah, remember Jamie and that Dorn stuff?
this shot. It was like gave me vertigo for a minute.
Definitely an interesting shot selection there.
And rather than send a raven or speak to me directly, you decided to enter my country in secret and abduct our guest by force.
Well, when you put it that way. I mean,
That necklace was stolen from my room.
Larry's like, oh shit.
uh-oh, uh-oh.
Let us drink to Tommen.
Ooh. She's like, no thanks.
She will return you to King's Landing. And my son, Prince Tristain.
No wonder you can't stand. You have no spine.
Ooh.
You are mother to my nieces. For their sake, I hope you live a long and happy life. Speak to me that way again, and you won't.
Damn. I mean, how do you come back from a burn like that? I mean,
Why do we play? I'm better than you. I'll always be better than you.
there's riveting stuff down here with the sand snakes.
Who am I?
Oh god, here we go again.
Beautiful woman in the world.
And that's the truth.
There was one condition.
Oh no. Oh,
Okay.
well, you think he'd be the one that would do it?
How much for your little clam?
Oh,
She looks like a
Straight
child.
straight to the point. Creeper alert.
She's got her poison.
She's getting her hitman on, her Agent 47. Got to blend in. Oh, I recognize some of those people.
In a while. Oh, eating the product.
Let me just have a little snack here while I'm doing my creeping.
Guy's like, oh hell.
Oh man, he's got the pipes.
This Iron Bank man is like, shit.
Come here, sweetness.
Well, you never know when you need a good oyster or a cockle or whatever the hell they are.
As I say, they're aphrodisiacs, so.
Well,
Too old.
just straight to the straight to the point.
Too old.
How young do you want this person to be, man? Like, just say you're weird. I mean,
Sense of
Okay, well, he's just certified a creep then. So Arya's about to walk out there, ain't she?
Do you have what I...
Who let this girl in? Shoot, shoot!
Not getting shooed out.
I mean, what that chick's what, like 12? Like 12-year-old?
Good.
Well, he's definitely going on the characters I don't like list.
One for me tomorrow.
Well, he's, he needs to die then.
Aren't we so happy to have Sir Marin Trant back?
The thin man wasn't hungry today.
Perhaps that is why a man is thin.
You can swear your allegiance to me now. Or you can die.
Oh. Tough choice. I don't know. Ilaria just doesn't seem like the type of person that would just lay down and just accept everything.
I guess at a point, you have to at least say the words so that you could continue scheming on.
Yeah. As the sand snakes
Ooh,
just
they're
chill.
pissed. They're like, look at her.
You love her very much, don't you?
Of course, she's my niece.
I wasn't talking about her.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think I disapprove. No one can deny.
Okay, but let's not equate like bastard born with the royalty to twins.
If you'd been named Targaryen.
Yeah, not really apples to oranges there.
Who we're supposed to love and who we're not. I know your daughter had no part in the terrible thing that happened to the man I love. Perhaps even you are innocent of that.
Just everybody knows that that's actually like his daughter.
Aren't you cold?
Don't look so excited to see your daughter, Stannis. I mean,
What are you reading? Dance of Dragons. Why is that a dance?
It's just what they call it.
Make much sense.
Stannis, never the literary soul.
no, I don't think he cares. Like at all.
He must fulfill his destiny. And become who he is meant to be. However much he may hate it.
It's all right, Father. Is there any way I can help?
Yes, there is.
Good, I want to.
I don't know what she could really do to help necessarily, but I'm nervous just with the way that he's looking.
Forgive me.
Oh. Is that what I think it is? In the distance that they're walking towards with ominous music? No. They're gonna burn this chick. How is that helping?
It'll all be over soon.
Oh, you bitch.
All of us. But if we make this sacrifice.
This is BS.
Lord of Light, show us the way.
Mother, please!
I can't. There's no other way.
Oh.
King's blood.
Finally, like, snapped into it, like, snapped out of it for a second there.
It is dark and full of terrors.
Father, don't do that!
Come on. Finally got some sense into her after all this time.
Who would have thought she would have been the one out of those two to come to her senses?
I'm disgusted.
You did it, Stannis.
Poor Davos when he finds out.
Now we know why Stannis sent Davos out of there.
Well, he's not going to be very happy when he returns. I mean,
Where have you been?
Just making sure everything is in order.
She's not amused with that answer, Hizdar.
all right, let's see some Jorah action. I know he's in there, you know? Yeah.
I guess it's fitting. The Olympics are almost coming to a close, and here we go, the Great Games.
Oh yeah.
Men do triumph over smaller men far more often than not.
Oh, dear.
How are you gonna say that for Tyrion after everything he's been through?
Yourself, have you ever tried to kill another man who was trying to kill you?
Like you
Danny
inexperienced?
just chose Team Dario. His
Well, egg on your face. Oh.
Well, this man wasn't so smart, apparently.
I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about the necessary conditions for greatness.
That is greatness.
No.
My father would have liked you.
One day your great city will return to the dirt as well,
At your command.
if need be.
Ooh.
He's just making a whole fool of himself up there, isn't he?
In my experience, eloquent men are right. Every bit as often as imbeciles.
All right, let's just keep the roasting session going up here, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't try it, hands down. Oh.
Oh God, he's here.
Dario. Like,
You can't
back,
get rid of me that
back
easily.
back again.
I hope he doesn't die though.
Jorah's or Tyrion's like, damn, Jorah.
You crazy, Jorah.
You back already? We just exiled you.
You crazy man. Don't got a helmet on or anything. Ooh. Well,
should have had one there.
see what I mean?
Oh.
Ooh. Oh, he's got the moves. What you got, Jorah?
Ooh. Oh.
Ooh. See what I mean?
Not
Helmet.
the face.
Helmet. George is out here getting his ass kicked by everybody, ain't he?
The people are bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
So, well, let me gaze at her face one last time.
It's been real, Jorah. Ooh. Saved by the other guy. It was really like, oh, I'm gonna kill that guy so I can kill you. Like, I'll kill you,
Right.
not him.
Wait 1 second and you'll win.
Well, convenience, I guess. And this guy has a helmet, so. George is out here just on the brink of death. Every person he fights. Like,
that man is smiling. He's like, come on, old man. What you got?
oh, he did the roll and everything.
The barrel roll.
All right, Jorah, you're smooth with it.
What you gonna
Looking
do
up
this
at her the
time,
whole
Daenerys?
time. Like,
Oh, the people
are you not entertained? Are you not entertained, Daenerys?
Oh.
Oh shit!
Oh. Ooh.
Oh no. There's... Get her out of there.
Oh.
Ooh. Dang. There's a lot of them. Oh. Jesus.
Mass murder up in here.
Ooh. Well, he sucked anyway, so.
By his arm.
Yeah, he sucked.
We didn't want that wedding to happen. Oh? Is that alright? You've finally proven yourself.
Jorah's living his best life right now.
Oh,
Oh no. I'm a Sunday.
yeah.
Oh
Tyrion.
yeah! Look at Tyrion go. They didn't see him coming or anything.
Tyrion saving my Sunday. We love to see it.
Ooh. Look at you go, Jorah.
Got her 2 men on either side.
Yeah, she's living her best life. She's got her whole squad, even Tyrion. Maybe not. Maybe going into the middle of the ring wasn't the best idea.
Where the rest of your unsullied at, Daenerys? I know this ain't all you got. Give up stance.
Oh, we getting a dragon involved?
Or is it a telepathic mother call to her child?
Phone a friend.
Look at the people like, the fuck?
I mean, I would be too if I heard that. Oh shit!
Drogon said, "I'm making an entrance today."
It's like, I'm back, bitches. Remember me?
Yes, Drogon.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Well. Ooh.
Tyrion's like, oh shit.
I mean, I'm
this before.
I'm the same way. He's like roasting people. Ooh. Damn.
Oh.
Uh-oh. You bitches. You must not know who I am.
Y'all gonna have to come harder than that.
Drop, and roll or something.
Oh.
He's like, just throw stuff at him. I wouldn't want to. Oh.
Oh. Hey. He's like, oh, hey, Mom.
Thanks, I guess. It didn't look very friendly at first.
It's like, that hurt, but hey, Mom. Oh.
Come on. She's gonna ride him. He's like, let me just get up here real quick. That's cool. Oh shit, she's gonna fly out of there on him. She's like, I'm out of here, bitches. You're on your own. I got my Uber's here. Gotta go. Woo! That's awesome. Look at Daenerys go.
Yes.
Now we're friends. You better hope anyway. Damn.
Yes.
That was awesome. What a way to end the episode, Daenerys riding away on her dragon.
Listen, they knew we have to give you some effing epic after that depressing ass shit that we put you through before.
Oh, which part? Like the last episode, or just seeing what's her face? Just Shireen getting torched?
If we gonna do this depressing effed up shit, we gotta give you something to lift you by the end, because
No,
Lord.
I mean there have been many episodes that have ended pretty depressingly on this series.
It's very
so
true.
I figured they were gonna end it on her getting roasted alive.
Here's the little Funko that went with it, and her little white dress.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice it in the background. I should have. That could have been a spoiler, and I wouldn't even know.
Spoiler. But that was the Dance of Dragons, which had a little bit of a double meaning, as a lot of these titles usually do, actually. But all right, well, we spent a lot of time in just kind of three places this episode. So we'll get the random place out of the way first, and that was the Wall. Jon, Tormund, and the rest all arrived to Death Glares all around. The entire Night's Watch is just pissed seeing those wildlings venture beyond the wall here, or inside the wall, I should say. And Samwell's trying to pump Jon back up, because Jon is like, half of the people up there died. the army of the dead just like quadrupled right before my eyes. So I failed. And Sam was like, no, you didn't. Look at all these people. You saved their lives and kept them, at least, including this giant, from being on the opposing side. So
optimist, like I said.
And then Sir Alistair says, you have a very kind heart, Jon Snow. Too bad that kind heart's about to get us all killed. Yeah. Ollie also gave a death glare. Jon was trying to smile at him, and he wasn't really having it. He's pissed still. So everybody's pissed at Jon up at the Night's Watch. How'd you feel about that little moment with them?
I mean, it does suck that so many people did have to die, I guess. But I mean, Samwell, I guess, kind of had the right idea. You know, some optimism there. At least all these people are alive. But it is going to be tough fighting against the Night King, especially when he already has such a massive army and he can just collect dead people. I mean, that seems kind of unfair. But I hope it's going to take a lot, I think, to take on that. I mean, that is a very menacing foe. I don't know how they're going to really endure. You're going to have to really gather together, I suppose. Jon's tried his best. I mean, he's tried as best as he can, I suppose, despite everyone around him giving him death glares all around.
Then we see Over in Dorne, Jamie is conversing with the royalty of Dorne, if you will. And Prince Duran is basically still saying what he's been saying this whole time is like, I don't want war. I don't want like murder and death. I just want peace. And the only way to have peace is to continue an alliance with the Lannisters. Ilaria was not having it at all, but Jamie was very happy to hear it. But he tells Jamie, we're going to send Marcella back to King's Landing, but my son Trystane is going with her, and he will be sitting on the King's High Council like Oberyn was supposed to. And thus, remember our kindness here, basically. And Ilaria pouring out that damn wine. They let Bronn out of the cages below, and the Sand Snakes will get out later too. But
yeah, I guess.
Then Ilaria has that stinger against Duran. The one that you can't stand because you have no spine.
Loved it.
Before she has a conversation with Jamie, where she once again reveals, bruh, we all know that you and Cersei are lovers, and we all know that Marcella is your daughter. Like, you have not fooled anyone out here on these streets, okay?
Pretty much everybody seems like knows. It seems like they're like a secret to maybe nobody. You know, it's just to them. They're the only ones that seem to not think that everyone knows.
Yeah, Ned's word really spread and did its job, but yet those kids are still on the throne. So they didn't really do the job, but sort of. But at the end of the episode, Ilaria does kind of pledge her loyalty to Prince Duran while the Sand Snakes look on pissed. So how did you feel about Dorne this episode?
I don't know. I mean, the Dorne stuff in general has been very hit or miss, I suppose. I mean, Ilaria was great. You know, Ilaria is usually great. As far as the whole stuff with Duran and swearing and all that stuff, I get it in the sense that, you know, you kind of need to do that to survive. I mean, that's basically literally what it boiled down to. Otherwise, do it or you die. I don't know. Knowing Ilaria, I feel like she's going to inevitably probably end up doing something else again behind their back, because that just seems to be her MO to get things done. I mean, if that's all it's going to boil down to, all of that, and then they're just going to roll back with them in the boat deck, like, okay, well, kind of underwhelming there. All that just to bring back Marcella and Trystane's going to be on this council when like everything over there's in shambles. I mean, I guess Jamie doesn't know, really. I mean, I guess
Cersei's locked up.
Yeah, he doesn't know that like everything's in shambles over there. Everybody's in jail. The Sparrows have pretty much taken over. Tommen is like isolating himself in his room, not doing anything. So It's not going too great over there. I mean, the Dorne stuff hasn't been my favorite, but I mean, there's always been little potential threads in there that I like. I mean, Jamie's great. You know, Bronn is great, even though the stuff with the Sand Snakes is just kind of weird at this point. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of bummed out by the Sand Snakes. I just feel like they should have been so much cooler than they have been. Like, why did I have to, like, I watched them play that game in their cell. Like, what did that add really to what I watched today?
Well, then back up north, we also spent a lot of time with Stannis's camp. It starts off with the 20 good men Ramsay brought lighting their stuff on fire, basically. So that was his plan, was let's sabotage them while they're already out here. So Stannis was down on men, down on resources, horses, the whole deal, looking pretty bleak, which once again, Davos reiterated to him, we don't even have enough food. If we get there, like, what's gonna happen? What's the point? But Melisandre stays in his ear, clearly. Stannis makes a somewhat weird move of sending Davos to the wall for a message, sending him off as a message man, and wants him to tell Jon to send more resources, basically. And Davos was like, this is stupid. Let me take your daughter and your wife at least, because what are they going to do at a war? And Stannis is like, no, they stay with me. So Davos has no choice, but he gives Shireen a nice little stag to say thank you to helping him and being a adorable, sweet little girl with with Davos this whole time. Then we get the conversation with Stannis and Shireen, where he's basically just like, sometimes kings or people have to do things they don't want to do in order to fulfill their destiny. And she's like, I want to help you any way I can, not knowing that what he had in mind to help him.
Yeah, surely everything doesn't encompass that is the solution.
Yeah. And so she is escorted out and brought to Melisandre and burned alive as a sacrifice to the Lord of the Light in hopes to somehow turn the tide back in their favor for this war. But in a surprise move, Selyse, after being so disdainful toward SHIREEN this entire series, is the one that breaks and is like, oh shit, like no, I can't do this, like I can't burn my daughter alive.
Of all the times to finally have that realization, it's like when your daughter is like half burnt alive or about to be burnt alive at this point.
So yes, that is where we left off with Stannis, and damn that little actress for being such a good like screamer, like oh god, like I was like, Jesus, this haunting. Like but how'd you feel about everything up at Stannis's camp?
I mean, definitely depressing on the overall overarching feeling, but it was nice in parts before the ending. Of course, it's really sweet having that final. Well, now we know it's a final moment between Davos and SHIREEN. That was a really sweet moment, and that's that's probably one of the best, I guess, characters that didn't really like not one of the main characters, I should say. She's definitely, SHIREEN's definitely a supporting character, but she's probably one of the best ones that gets at least a little bit more screen time. It's just like a really sweet, innocent, nice girl, helped Davos learn how to read. Despite her parents being terrible, she still has like a great outlook on everything. That I think that's why it made it even more disgusting when Stannis decides to burn her alive. I get the whole stupid stuff with the Lord of the Lights and all that bullshit, but I mean, that's still your daughter. Like, you couldn't pick, come on.
Well, you also have to wonder, like, at what point that the Hand of the King loves this little girl. Do you think this is going to instill loyalty in him when he finds out what you've done?
That's what I mean. When he comes back, I mean, I'm sure he's not going to be very happy to find out that you killed your daughter. He loved her. I mean, it was just vile all around. Definitely haunting, like you said. The way that it was shot, and then their mom finally snapping back into reality for a moment there. Just really tough all around. It's the whole plan. The whole Stannis's plan was terrible to begin with, and it just is getting worse and worse as they go on. I'm not rooting for either side in this battle. It's Stannis and them or Ramsay. I mean, it's
we were hopeful when you left, Stannis. We were all on your side when you left the wall, and it's just gone downhill.
Well, yeah, I think I don't know. I think after this, I'll just root for death in general.
I'll root for Winter. Winter, kill them all.
Yeah, I mean, out of everyone that's left over there, the only person I want to see alive is Davos, and he's not going to beat me. He might not be in the battle to begin with if he's over there chilling at the wall.
Well, then we go from the coldness up there straight to good old Meereen as we are finally at the big battle in the Colosseum.
Yeah, that was cool.
And Daenerys obviously is still just not in love with this idea of these people killing each other for sport. Tyrion agrees with her though, but there's his daughter being like, tradition of our great city, blah 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 blah. We do get Jorah though. He's back. He worked his way on back into the Colosseum. DANY shook. Everybody shook. They're like, oh, what? He's back again.
Forever coming back. You can't get rid of me.
But Jorah and a little bit of plot armor help him win that battle in the Colosseum.
A little bit of it, yeah.
Then it looks like maybe he has lost the plot. He picks up that damn thing and throws it almost right at Daenerys.
But I thought at first, like, oh shit. This is like
he was sick and tired of the bush.
You say, this is the last time. I've had enough.
Said, you thought I came back because I was dedicated. Actually, I was sick and tired of being dismissed one too many times today.
The last straw.
But in fact, he is still loyal to his queen, and he took down one of the harpies who just completely infiltrated this. I don't know. They had them little gold things up under the tunics and pulled them bitches out when it was time.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of them. They were just all ready to strike at the last minute, right?
So chaos ensues. They start just slaughtering both the freed people as well as the former great people of the city, left, right, and center. We see Hisdar, who I'm not gonna lie, when I first watched, especially because he came in late here, and he's talking about, oh, I was just making arrangements. I was like, this bitch, he is in on this whole thing. That's what I thought when I first watched the show.
That's a good. I mean,
was
that's a good
he is
idea.
in on it until he got slaughtered by them, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe not.
Yeah.
He was just a bad character.
He was just a bad person.
He
He
was
wasn't
just
that bad of a
trash.
person.
But he goes down. Masande almost gets killed, but our boy Tyrion comes in clutch and saves her.
Yeah, that was cool. See Tyrion
And
even get in on the action.
finally, after about a full season at least of Jorah trying and trying and trying, DANY takes his hand and goes with Jorah, accepts him once more.
The Jorah simp finally gets the girl again.
So they're
Little
running
bit, yeah.
around. It's looking dire. They're trying to get to exits, and they're all getting blocked off. It looks like it's over. Star Wars, the Clone Wars style. They're in the
Yeah.
middle of the fighting pit, surrounded. When Daenerys just closes them eyes, and we hear Drogon roar in the background.
Yeah, I guess good thing he was conveniently nearby, right?
He's by. There again. I think it's a little bit more in the books, but there's always like this little bit of a connection, specifically with Drogon and her, which we've seen in the show too. But so we don't know if he could sense it or what. But thank God she had one of them loose, because if she
Right,
had
the other
had
two were
all
just
three of them
chilling.
locked, it'd have been over for our girl. Done. Daenerys' storyline is over in that pit if she had locked them all away. But Drogon comes in, starts biting, starts blasting. He's taking them down. But a few of them little spears land. And so Daenerys is like, oh shit, they cannot kill my baby. I gotta go. So she pulls that one out of his shoulder. And when she realizes it's too dangerous, decides, you know what? Let's
You're
give
gonna
it a
fly out
try.
the bitch.
Hops on, and we see Daenerys for the first time riding a dragon up out of there.
And that's a cool way to get out of there. I mean, I couldn't think of a cooler way to leave.
Hey, and Tyrion specifically was looking pretty shook. I mean, he kind of saw Drogon out in the distance before, but now he's seeing the dragon right in his face.
Yeah, whatever happened with that whole stuff with Jorah being touched by those people out there, the Stone Men? Is that still a thing?
We saw it the last time we saw him. I think he just hiding that shit. He's just like, let me pretend still.
I mean, it's not stopped him. It's not slowed him down in any way.
I'm like, Jorah. See, Jorah be sneaking his way back into the camp, and he got some sort of illness. Jorah.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you might want to reveal that before it's too late.
We, the audience, are watching you, sir.
The secrets are too much. That's why you got thrown out in the first place.
You finally got back in her good graces. She
Spill
gonna
the
have to
beans.
kill your ass this time. But how'd you feel about all the stuff with Daenerys?
Well, that stuff was definitely awesome. Everything behind, even before, I guess, the Jorah and the craziness with all the battles when they pounce at the end of the battle. But yeah, good to see Jorah made it through. I mean, I was nervous there a few times. He probably took some of the most damage out of there as some, as he kept fighting more and more people. Because I mean, as I said, like he needed a helmet, and he just keeps getting hit in the face.
I mean, you called it immediately.
It's like a helmet. You need a helmet for this kind of stuff.
See, he only has a helmet when he needs to do a reveal and shake up DANY. But when he don't need to reveal like that, they're like, oh no, he don't need a helmet this time.
Ian Glenn's too good for helmets, I guess, right? Good for Jorah. Jorah's mission finally was accomplished. He got back in the good graces of Daenerys after all this time, seeing him in brothels where there were Daenerys lookalikes and stealing Tyrion to get to this point. I'm glad that it finally ended up, working out in his favor despite all of the craziness that it's. Because like we were saying, I thought he was just good. I thought he got angry enough and just chucked a spear at her. After everything that happened and those facial expressions that she was giving him the whole time because he kept living. But yeah, the surprise attack in that Coliseum was pretty great. I mean, it was riveting just seeing all the chaos unfold, making me nervous. The tension as who was going to live or die here. I figured somebody had to die. I'm glad I'm glad that one, the one we wanted to die did die, and because he was terrible. I mean, he was always terrible. So I'm glad to see him go out that way. That is a good theory, though, that you had. You know, at least in my opinion, he could have been in on it just because he did seem kind of sneaky in that kind of way, wanting to get everything opened back up. I mean, the highlight, of course, is Drogon showing back up, thankfully, in the nick of time, roasting people, biting people, ripping them in half. I mean, how could I not enjoy a giant dragon flaming people and doing all that stuff? Like, that's awesome. But and then the added bonus, you know, the cherry on top, of course, was Daenerys getting out of there, riding on top of him. That's about as badass as you can be, I think, in that situation. I'm going to get on this dragon and go ride him out of the Coliseum. I'm glad that they're on good terms again. I guess for at least the interim. Hopefully that can, you know, consistent, because Drogon is still a free spirit. He's very. We've seen in the past that Drogon kind of just does his own thing. He's not captured or anything like the other two.
He wants to keep it that way too.
Yeah, well, yeah. Let's see. That'll be the next crossroads left to pass. Whether we just let you just hang out, I'll just call you when I need you with my telepathic calls, or we'll figure out a situation with the other two.
Well, that leads us into predictions for the finale. So we'll just do it for episode 10. So we have Jon with a lot of angry people, a very divided group up there between the Night's Watch and the Wildlings. Maybe he and Daenerys can get together and figure out how to bring divided people together, because that's what she's been dealing with this whole damn time. Yeah. Marine is trying to bring these divided people together. Right. Daenerys peaced out on the back of Drogon. We don't know where they're going. I don't know where Drogon is taking her ass, but they're gone. Somewhere. And Tyrion and Jorah are on the council there with Missandei and Dario. We didn't see Grey Worm, but
yeah, where was he during all of this? He's supposed to be like the leader.
So I said, I know you have a lot more of these damn Unsullied somewhere, Daenerys.
Well, if I were Daenerys and Missandei and all that, I'd be yelling at him the moment they got out there. Like, where the hell were you?
Missandei, she gonna put you in the doghouse now.
I mean, I would be like, hey, we almost got assassinated.
I was just almost killed in there. Where the hell were you?
Yeah, just where were you? So happened to be Grey Worm, and with your rest of your people potentially.
Marine still in shambles as we come into the finale, and now maybe even more so. We've got Stannis continuing, presumably to march on with his Lord of Light premonition, whatever. Then we have Cersei and Marjorie and Loras all still locked up to the Sparrow. And Jaime preparing to head back to King's Landing with Marcella and Trystane. So what are your predictions for the finale?
I guess they'll sail back, Jaime and all them. Very riveting conclusion to that storyline. They just sail back. I feel like Ilaria is still gonna keep trying to do stuff though. Like, I feel like this isn't the end of Ilaria trying to get revenge. Like, wow, I feel like that just isn't in her character for that to be it. Like, oh, we're just gonna let you leave, and I'm not gonna get my revenge. I want my revenge. I will get my revenge. Cersei and all them. I feel like they're probably gonna still be in jail. I feel like the Sparrows are still going to just let them be in jail forever, unless they confess. I don't know if Cersei would confess. I feel like she's like, that's just beneath her. I mean, she's been denying everything up until this point anyway, when they tell her all the stuff that she did. Tommen probably will still do nothing. It's kind of like his MO.
The easiest prediction of all.
Right.
Tommen's still doing nothing.
I guess Arya
I forgot. Oh, yeah. Arya this episode.
It wasn't like that memorable, but...
So with Arya, I guess, since you brought her up and I forgot all about her little self, she did not complete her mission and instead got sidetracked when she saw Mace Tyrell and Sir Meryn Trant arrive. She doesn't really know anything about Mace Tyrell. I actually don't even think she has ever met Mace Tyrell in her life. So she just doesn't care about him. But she does remember you, Sir Meryn Trant, from season 1 of this show.
He's a creep, apparently.
She followed your ass to a brothel and saw your nasty ass getting a child prostitute.
Pretty much, yeah.
Very disgusting. So, yeah. How did you feel about Arya's little plot? And what are your predictions for her next episode?
Well, it didn't work. So, I mean, that plot really didn't, she didn't go through with the plot. So I guess it's kind of to be determined. I mean, she didn't actually go through with it just yet. I mean, she did her spying. That's fun. I like some spying here and there. Marin Trant sucks. So hopefully he gets taken out soon. As far as other storylines go that I can think of off the top of my head, I guess Stannis and Ramsay will continue their war. I mean, I don't want either one to win, I guess now, because why would I? they just killed off one of the characters I really liked in a really hauntingly horrifying fashion, so I can't really root for them. I hope Davos changes his alliance or his allegiances after that, because I don't know how you could go back to Stannis after what he just did to a character that you very clearly loved dearly.
All right, so who are your faves and least faves?
I guess pretty much everybody in the Baratheon camp, except Davos, Stannis, his wife. I guess everybody involved. Well, yeah, I mean she's the one that did it, so how could I not put her on there? Marin Trant was pretty bad, child prostitutes kind of gets you an instant spot in the worst list, I feel. Hisdar, he was pretty crappy too. Yeah, she's in the good category, so we'll just get over with her in the good category. The Night's Watch guy, the other
Alistair.
Yeah, he was a jerk. Faves, Tyrion, always great. Daenerys, great. Drogon, just gotta throw him in there. Just one as a character, he is a character after all. Arya was pretty good. I wouldn't put her in the good category though, because she was just doing a bunch of sneaking around. Gotta put my man Jorah's in there. Finally got what he wanted. Davos, Davos is good. Well, John and Samwell were nice, even though they didn't contribute a whole bunch, I guess. Alaria was pretty cool. She didn't do anything,
but she had some of the good lines.
She had some good digs. She had some good shade, so I would throw her in the characters
the cut pouring.
Yeah, I guess in contrast, I'd probably put the Sand Snakes in least faves, because my liking of them has been dwindling each episode.
You just remember back to episode 1 and 2, the excitement was so high for Dorne and the Sand Snakes. Yeah. And they just continually just flushed it down the track.
I know. It makes me upset because I'm a really big fan of Jessica Henwick, and it's just why is she
have
here?
Her playing hands.
Yeah, real riveting content there. Just playing a game in the cell, and the one is just so obsessed with Bronn, thinking that she's the most beautiful girl in the world.
All right, well, that was our reaction and discussion for Game of Thrones Season 5, Episode 9, The Dance of Dragons. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so that you are always up to date on all of my latest videos, including each and every one of our Game of Thrones reactions. Also, make sure that you head on over and check out Tyler's content. Tyler, where can people find you?
Yeah, if you just search up my name on here, Tyler Calvert, you'll find my channel for reviews, reactions, rankings, a bunch of other stuff. Also, like we've mentioned before, you can find us both on here and on Hannah whenever we do get up some Daredevil reactions. We've been trying. I think that's the main stuff as far as YouTube goes. But you can also find me on Twitter and Instagram, and it's Tyler Calvert.
Perfect. And make sure to leave your thoughts down below. Did you have that same theory about Hisdar when you first watched? Or am I the only one who was thinking that, looking at him creeping around in the background? Did this change your thoughts on Stannis? Or did they just further cement thoughts you already had on him? How did you feel about Stannis?
For Gladiator references.
And of course, who couldn't love Daenerys riding a dragon? It's just awesome. I'm sorry. I know we have some Daenerys antis in the comments, but come on. Yeah. How could you not just be in awe and think it's awesome? Leave all your thoughts and comments for the episode down in the comments below, or you can hit either one of us up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.